Hello everybody and welcome to another survival series episode. So I want to quickly go through and show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on since there's actually quite a bit I got done. So we'll go and do that real quick. So first of all, I built up this little perimeter we have here. That's nothing that big. This is what's actually going to mark out our big tree area, and I've been coming up with some plans for that, which I'm pretty excited about. But it's something bigger that we've been working on is we have a whole bunch of skeleton horses here. I was actually here during a thunderstorm trying to get some skeleton horses, and we actually got 2 packs to spawn in. So we had one lightning hit here, and almost immediately after we had one right over here. They both spawned in a skeleton horse. I went up to those, got the whole 4 skeleton horse guys. They were all charging around here, and I took out each one of those skeletons without actually killing a single one of the horses, which is what I'm pretty happy about. Also, another thing is I found this guy. I have no clue what's going on. I just saw this guy running around in the middle of the night. There's a whole bunch of zombies chasing him just right out here. There is a village this way. I'll go quickly show you that. But there's no village nearby at all, so I have no clue where he came from. It should be a little bit further this way. Like, we have a village right here, but that's a long distance to walk for a villager just to end up randomly there. So I have no clue where he came from, but we captured him in case we want to use him for the villager potato or carrot farms or different things we're going to be making. So we have a little stockpile of some different animals and things over here. I also built up a brand new farm right here, and this is actually a farm it's just a temporary one. This won't actually stay here, but this is actually for another big project that I've been working on. And most of the things I've been working on are over here in the farming area, but I've been working on one project that I'm really excited about that involves needing a decent amount of blue dye, which is why I had to build this up in the plains biome. So I'll take this down at some point, probably pretty soon, but before we do that, we'll make sure to collect a good amount of dye and flowers from it. And so another thing that I've actually been working on is this tower right here. And so I'll probably still do some changes to this, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what it will look like. I feel like it's a bit too small, or we need to have more light on it or something. But yeah, this is it. It's meant for viewing and looking at all the different farms, and it's just kind of an outlook of the entire area. And it's also the entrance down to our storage that we're going to work on pretty soon, which is this area here, which I think this is actually another thing I've been working on. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but this is the little lobby room. The elevator pops down right here, and then this is where all the storage is going to be. So the next project that I said I was going to work on a while back is this area right here. So this is underneath our witch farm. The actual redstone and mechanics of it all is up there. And so this is just the little storage room, so I kind of finished it off, added a real floor and added more storage. So now you can see all of our stuff ends up down here. I also just built this little room just to have some extra storage. This is probably just going to be a temporary thing. We'll probably just end up getting rid of that. You get an idea of what it looks like now. If we ever need to, we could expand this down more, but I think this is pretty much how it's going to stay. So I think that should be everything over in the farming area. So some projects I'll be working on probably pretty soon is working on filling in this entire perimeter with all the blocks that will go in there. But I have an idea for that. And then also we have for our witch AFK spot, we just have this little dirt kind of building, this little block we could go into. I'll probably turn that into a little floating witch hut and probably just have that up there. Maybe we could do something else with it. But yeah, those are the 2 projects that I think will probably be coming up for this build. And so now that we've talked about all that stuff, I want to head over to another place I've been working at a decent amount. And so it's nothing too surprising, but it is something that I'm pretty excited about. So a lot of this build I decided to do off camera. I thought about doing a time lapse. I'll show you guys what I got. But after realizing how laggy and everything would be while working on it, I thought it just wasn't worth it, and the time lapse wouldn't have been that cool or anything. But yeah, here it is. Here's the time lapse, and I'll come back to show you guys the actual build. Alright, so that's about all I managed to get recorded for that. Not much, but here's what we got it to now. And so this is really starting to come along pretty well. You can see we cleared out all the water for the entire monument, which is a pretty big deal. That means that no guardians are able to spawn in anywhere. We actually have a spawning area in the center right now, which is kind of our farm from before. So that thing is active right now. It's doing super well. And then the next thing I'm going to start working on, which is why we needed that one temporary farm for the blue dye, are these little glass walls right here. So you can see I've kind of started a few shapes. We're going to have these corners like this, which this is going to go in every single one of the corners. And we're also going to have this design, which I have right over here in the middle. So this is going to be a bit of a triangle. It's going to go down here and also go down this way. And so then we'll get these little stripes right here, and the little stripes will either be light blue glass or just some other type of blue glass. And we'll create this pretty cool pattern and just boundary surrounding this entire monument. And then we'll be able to build up the farm actually inside of there. So that should be everything that we're working on, just kind of off camera, a lot of the bigger projects. And so what I think I'm going to work on now is just adding in some more of that glass. I went over and smelted some glass and I got all the blue dye so we could start adding to that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll be working on next. Probably getting these corners in just like this one here. So I'm actually going to pop over into time-lapse mode for just a bit so that way we could record getting one of these corners in. And so what I'll actually do is I'll go through and break down this entire corner of all the sand. I'll fill it all in with blue glass, do the same here and here. And then from that, I'll start doing it with the 2-block elevation. It's kind of staircasing just like this here. And we'll just do that for the entire corner until we reach all the way up to the top right there. So I think I got in pretty much everything I wanted to get done for now as far as just this boundary. So I'll be back here working on this some more. I just collected some more glass in these 2 shulker boxes, and then I'll have to go collect some more of the dyes, the blue dye and the light blue dye, and then I'll just work on here some more. But right now I actually want to go do something pretty big, so let's head over to the main island and go and do that. So I'm back at the base, and I actually need to quickly grab some bones. And so one funny thing that I did with the item sorter, which I'll probably get rid of at some point, is I added in some note blocks that's making this funny little sound right now. But yeah, it's just something I'll probably keep in temporarily. I just thought it'd be a fun thing to add in. Someone actually commented that on one of the item sorter videos, and I thought it was a pretty funny idea to add in some kind of little sound effect or music to the item sorter while it's running. But I'm gonna go grab those bones and I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. So I just wanted to grab 63 bones, and that should definitely be more than we're gonna need for this. But now it's time to go out to the forest and stuff and look for a few dogs. So I just found our first dog and he seems to be pretty cool. Oh my god, what's happening? Hello? Oh my god, no way, it's Universe Baby. Hey Universe Baby, should we tame this dog right here?
No.
Okay, come on, what do you think about this guy? Remember I was giving him the slime, and he was running around, it was pretty funny?
No.
Okay, so this isn't even part of the whole Universe Baby thing. I just found all these guys randomly in here, it's just so strange.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Okay, so I've searched far and wide for a dog, and this is the only other dog I could find, but it kind of smells, and I'm not... Oh, gross, what's that? Alright, is this the dog I should tame?
Yes.
Come on, you can't be serious, look at him. Okay, he's kind of cute. I'll tame him. Oh, what a darling.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.
So I got him back to the base safely, and in honor of our last pup named Boo Boo, I want to give him the name Bobo. So pretty much he's the new guarder of the base. We'll take him on all kinds of adventures, and he really should just be a pretty epic dog. So yeah, super happy about this. I'm gonna get back to working on the Guardian farm, just work on building up that boundary, but yeah, so happy to have him here. So I actually surprised myself with this, but I managed to get an entire perimeter for this place all done. So that's all the glass in place going all the way down to the gravel seafloor. And so what I actually want to do next for this place, and this is kind of the final few steps of getting this whole thing ready to go, but that's to take out the farm that we've had in here before. So this is this farm right here. This is where we get our food and our sea lanterns and our prismarine and just all the stuff you get from a guardian farm. But I actually want to take this out, so we're going to clear out all the water, take down the structure we have here, and we're going to rebuild a new one, which will end up being our XP farm. So what I actually want to do next is disarm this farm. So to do that, I'm going to head inside. I have a few sponges with me. I'll probably need to get some more. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to just completely clear out this area of all of its water. Looks like we actually have a pretty strange structure going on here. I don't know, but pretty much the way this thing works is that the guardians spawn in here and they slowly drop down because they don't have any AI to go anywhere, and they'll drop down through these fences right here, plop into these water streams, and then from there they get funneled down to the lava right here. And so in that lava, right underneath it is some hoppers, and there's actually air gaps so their items don't get destroyed. They bounce around in there, their items get collected, and then that's how we get the cooked fish, and then all the rest of the items from them. So I forgot how easy it would be to actually take all this out. All I had to do was take down the sources up at the top. And you can see that all the water is dropping down now. And so that's that whole area cleared out. If I get rid of the rest of the water here, it will be absolutely impossible for any guardians to spawn. I'm going to take out the structure that we have here, take out the lava and all that, and we could start work on the new formation. So I just got rid of all the water and all the lava. So then I think the next step is to take out all the signs and all the fence gates, and then just to take out the actual structure and get it back to how it would be if it was just a hollowed out monument. And one thing that I should have mentioned is that with these gold blocks here, this is actually just something that I came up with. I have no clue if it's actually true or not. But with these gold blocks, I'm pretty sure if you have those, guardians spawn in more frequently. And so the reason for that is in those treasure rooms in the actual monuments, you could find the 2x2 little gold block cubes. And so what I think is that they have more spawn in near those to make it a little bit more challenging. And so I think we could use that to our advantage by putting gold all over the place to get those guys to spawn in. But it could just be something that attracts them, it could be something that makes them spawn in more frequently, but I really have no clue. But I mean, why not? We have extra gold because we have a gold farm, so I think I'll just add it in to the new one anyway. So I actually just finished destroying the entire sea farm that we used to have here. It was built up perfectly in the natural shape that we have right here, but the new one we're going to build I think is going to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, we cleared that all out. I re-added the entrance to the thing. I don't remember if this is actually what it looks like, but it doesn't really matter. And so then we had this whole area to work in now, and I gotta come up with some way to fit in our new farm. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna come up with next. Once I get that done, we could actually build it up here. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Well, my original idea was to go with a shape more like the one I've built up with the prismarine right here, but I don't think this is actually gonna work out too well. So first of all, the actual shape is just 1 block here for a fence, then it's 8 blocks for the water, and then that goes all the way up to this point here, so it's 8 blocks and the 1 for the fence. And so now I was planning on doing that in a square around the entire elevator, which is this spot right here, which is centered with the actual monument. The problem is we have this wall right here, which is an exterior wall, which means we can't get rid of it, and it kind of disrupts the farm. And so instead of going with the shape that matches best with the water, I think it's better to go with the shape that matches best with the monument. So I think I'm going to use this as a wall here, then I'm just going to continue with this entire square right here that we already had. So it should be pretty similar to the farm we just had built up. But I think I'm going to do that. It'll be the full height all the way from up here to the floor. And I think that should all work out pretty well. So I'm thinking that this shape here should match quite a bit better. And so then the next step is to go and grab some resources because we're actually going to need a decent amount of soul sand. So after checking in our sorting system storage, we only had 22 soul sand. That's not going to be enough, so I'm going to head over to the skyscraper and check our storage is there. I think we should have enough somewhere at least. So I'm actually not sure where the rest of our soul sand is. I know that we collected some at some point. It's not a big deal. I'm going to head into the nether and we could just collect some new soul sand. So here we are in the spooky nether. I'm going to head out right here. I'll have to check my elytra to see if those are doing alright. The rockets are already lagging. It's probably not a good sign. So our elytra are pretty good. I'm just going to look for a soul sand field and then we could get it from there. Pretty sure there's, yeah, we already found one. So now all I gotta do is just collect some of this for a bit. So I got all the soul sand we should be needing for this project, and it really didn't take any time at all. And as I was going past here, I saw that we had some wither skeletons in the farm. So I thought we might as well collect these guys. And I've noticed this farm has been a little bit weird lately. I don't know if it's something to do with the new updates. The wither skeletons were having trouble trying to detect the player. Seems to be working alright right now though. So we have a pretty decent army of these guys right now. Let's see if we're able to get any wither skeleton skulls. Oh, I saw that one. It looks like we got one. We should have already had one in here, so I already knew about that one. It looks like we actually got a skull from that, so that was worth it. So the soul sand is going to be needed to fill in this entire floor here. Because how this farm is actually going to work is that we're going to have soul sand on the entire floor, and those guardians will spawn in the water that we have above the soul sand. And because it's all soul sand, they'll get shot right up, and then we'll have some flowing water at the top that collects them towards the center right here. Then they'll be put into an elevator which rises up through the center right here, and that should shoot them all the way up to our AFK spot, which will be way up there, probably about where we have the sea lanterns. And then that AFK spot will be only loading in the guardian area here, so the only spawns will be in this actual farm, which makes it super efficient. And then all we have to do is stand up there and kill the guardians that are shooting up, and we'll get a ton of XP for that. So that's all the soul sand in place, and that's pretty much the footprint for this farm. It's going to go all the way up to what we have right here of just this natural structure cut out. And so I think that's all I'm going to be able to get done for this episode. We're getting a ton of progress done on the XP farm, which I'm so excited about. We've been still using that zombie pigman one, which is kind of annoying to go to each time. And it's also pretty inefficient now with having to re-aggro the zombie pigman each time. It's quite a fuss. So to get this new one built up that's going to be so close and so efficient, I just can't wait for. And so I'll try not to work on any of this off camera. I'll wait for the next episode. I'd say for sure we should be able to get this done. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, that's it. See you later, guys.